Crow out here. What up, people? It's your boy Chick from Green the Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. Um, so weird. Brand new video. I hope you guys are well. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. As we go through this video, this is Eagle Eye. We're just going to take things. I'm going to take you through some rumors, give you my quick opinion on them, and then we're going to head up out of here. All right, so we won't be too long. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, having a good Sunday evening, and let's get through it. Let's go through it. Let's talk about the biggest story of the weekend in terms of Arsenal transfer stories, and that is Mr. Andre Silva. We are being linked with the I Hunt Frankfurt striker, who is 25 years old, from Portugal. There's only one way to describe this guy, and he's a bangers. Scores goals for fun. He's the one guy who somehow scored more goals than Haaland last season in the Bundesliga. Um, he is a banger. He's a good goal. He scores different types of goals. That's what I like about him. He's not just a pace merchant, or he's not just about physicality. He just has what you can basically describe as an eye for goal. And I love them sort of players, them Jamie Vardy type of players, them type of players that don't just necessarily rely on one thing to get their goals. They have a variety of different sort of weapons, and that's what he is about. He is set to cost around £34 million, which for a player of his ability and a player of his age seems rather cheap. Um, £34 million. This should be something that Arsenal shouldn't even be haggling over. If Arsenal are serious, these are the sort of players that you just say to yourself, okay, cool, let's not haggle over this. We're going to have a lot of competition for a player like this. So let's just go in for him, secure the signing, and then deal with the rest afterwards. So I hope that's what we end up doing. We do have a lot of competition for him, though. Man United are very, very interested in him, as are Man City. If they don't land Harry Kane, supposedly this is their backup choice. This is the sort of caliber of player that we are fucking with right now. But if we move quickly, woo him quickly, don't just wait until the Euros are over. We should be taking out his agent now, taking him out for dinners now, persuading him that, this lack of Europe thing is not a habit. And this is why we're looking to invest in someone like Andre to help us. We're looking to invest in him because we believe he's the guy to lift us out of it. We want to build our team around him. These are bars you should be spitting. So I hope that's what we're looking to do. But like I said, there are a lot of key teams that are looking at him and are considering him because he's a good player. So let's see what happens. Is he someone that you would have? I don't see a lot of you guys mentioning him, at least prior to today. I didn't see a lot of you guys mentioning him in the chat. So I do wonder if this is a guy that's even on your radar. Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Let's talk about someone else that plays in black and red, shall we? But just for club, not country. And that is Mr. Frank Kessie. Yes, believe it or not, Arsenal have been linked with this guy seemingly forever. But they also linked with a move for him today as the man enters the final 12 months of his deal. It seems like Inter Milan, AC Milan have been forever trying to negotiate an extension to his deal. I've always looked at him as a BTEC party. Always looked at him like that. Having said that, if you already have a Thomas Partey in the team, him and Thomas Partey marshalling a midfield would be serious. Um, Again, wanted by a few different teams. I think he's 28 years old now, so he's getting on a little bit. But African midfielders, this is the one thing we're strong in this area. This is what we do. so, so 28 years old. He's entering his prime, believe me. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. For some reason, I've got a feeling he'll leave. I don't think he'll extend his contract. I think he'll look to leave. And I actually think he'll come to the Premier League. So be interesting to see who he comes to. But Frank Cassie is set to be available. Um, with 12 months left on his deal, I can't imagine it will cost very much. Would you have him at Arsenal, though? Key question. Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. All right, let's talk about kind of two deals in one, and mainly revolving around this young man, and that is Mr. Freddie Woodman. Now, this was the guy that, if you remember, last time I was talking about a deal involving Joe Willock, and I was thinking to myself, oh, if Newcastle want him, why don't they just put up some money and Freddie Woodman for him? Because at the moment, I think Newcastle have two goalkeepers. They have that Carl is it Dunrow? They have someone else who I've completely forgotten the name of, who I've blanked out on completely. And they are the two guys that are competing most for the number one spot. So it kind of makes sense. Like, for me, supposedly our number one target, like our number one target to replace Leno is this man, Onana. But obviously, there's a feeling that if you can get a goalkeeper that can play from the very beginning of the season, um, then that would be favourable. So the idea is not necessarily for Freddie Woodman to be number one, but for someone to at least get in there and start the season. And then obviously when Onana is available to actually be ready to play, then Freddie Woodman can be the number two. I'm sure he'd rather be a number two at Arsenal than be a number two at Newcastle. I'm just putting it out there. But he's not even a number two at Newcastle. He's a number three at Newcastle. But by all intents and purposes, we've been linked with this guy for about 3 years. And by all intents and purposes, he's supposed to be a very, very talented goalkeeper. I remember being linked with him 3 years ago, and I was hearing about this 21-year-old, under 21-year-old, under 21-year-old international. And then obviously he spent the last 2 years at Swansea. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right. He spent the last 2 years at Swansea trying to develop his game, and by all intents and purposes, has performed really well. He's actually come out with a quote recently saying that if he doesn't have any opportunities to play at Newcastle this season, that he'd be very open to leaving the club on a permanent basis, and that he would actually quite like to. He wouldn't mind going back to Swansea because he's obviously spent the last 2 years there and feels like he's a bit of a fan now, and he's definitely going to remain invested in what they do. Um, but obviously, if you gave him an opportunity to join Arsenal, especially when he's saying now about Swansea, kind of makes you think maybe there might be an opportunity to play it. I don't know. It all depends on whether he's that good. And unfortunately, we sacked all our scouts. So I don't know who's left to actually determine whether or not he's as good as people say he is. But supposedly he's very, very good. 6'2", 24 years old, very good shot stopper, commands his area well. Speaking to a couple of Newcastle fans and a Cardiff City fan, weirdly, they actually like the way he communicates with the defence. So he's always talking to the defence. So I know a few people that actually really like him. So it sounds promising. I don't know. What would you guys think? Would you take a bid of maybe, because supposedly he's valued at £10 million. So would you take a bid of 20 million plus um, this guy for Joe Willock. That'd be interesting. You guys let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. All right. And then finally, before I enter the chat room and see what you lot are saying, the most recent link is John Joe Kenny. Yes, that's right. We have been linked with Everton's right back, John Joe Kenny. It is also worth pointing out that in the same story, it did mention the fact that we were also having a look at Kyle Lamperty, but Arsenal were a little worried about the injury that Lamperty's been out for recently, and that's why John Joe Kenny is being more considered. If he is someone that I know Everton fans like, he's consistent. He's someone that I had in my Premier League team for a while. Young player, decent enough, determined, gritty. Um, what do you guys think? One thing England is blessed with in this country is right backs. So here we go. It's another English right back coming to bless us. But what do you guys think? I know that lots of people had high expectations for the person that finally replaces Hector Bellerin. I don't mind who it is as long as the person is consistent, can defend, and can cross a ball. That's what I'm looking for from my right back. I'm not looking for anything too extravagant past that. But what do you guys think? Is this someone that you would like, or like I predict, is this someone that you guys probably aren't that keen on because it is John Joe Kenny? Which I reckon not a lot of people would like him or be interested. But let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. All right, let me come into the chat room and see what you lot are saying. I'm gonna come in and hang out with you guys for another 10 minutes or so. Just quick questions for me. That would be great. I've got a bad neck. I think I've twinged my you know when you sleep awkwardly and you twinge a nerve. I've got a horrible one of those. So apologies for all my. I'm gonna leave my camera on. I'm actually gonna leave it off because my neck is killing me. But yeah, I'm gonna come and hang out with you guys for 10 minutes. Just basically, just let me know any questions you have. Let me know, and yeah, let's chill and hang out for a bit. All right, bring this off. And did I miss any other stories? The only other story I know I haven't actually spoken about. You know what? Let me actually speak about him. Let me get him up first of all. Of course, that sounded hella dodgy. That's his name? It's not his name. Is it Lacombia? Lacon, the Anderlecht midfielder. So not spelling it right. That's why. It occurred to me the other day that I didn't actually speak about him. I want to say that I think he's a really good player. Someone who, again, if we can get for the reported £13 million that he's being valued at, then that would be a steal. The problem I have is that Arsenal will probably not get him for that price. I sense that he'll go for a little more, and he'll go for like a Leicester or someone like that. Where you just think to yourself, how did they steal or march at us? Because one of the big stories that came out this weekend was that Stan Kroenke has about 250 million to spend this summer. Now, I don't know why or how someone would know that. Like, why would you reveal how much you have to spend? It's such a bad tactic. But it's clear that, you know, given the circumstances, given her recent circumstances, Stan Kroenke has to spend money. He absolutely has to spend money in order to relieve some of the pressure that's already on him. So when we talk about this geezer, he is someone who is a central midfielder, 22 years old, very, very, very comfortable in the ball. Um, Probably a better version, some might say, of than Basuma. Um, someone who can partner a party, could even be a party. He's like he can pin a ball left and right, so he can do that kind of Granit Xhaka stuff. But he's very, very mobile, can tackle the ball, can attack the ball, can read the ball very well, can has got a decent turn of pace. To me, this is a no-brainer. Even if they wanted 20 million, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So that's why Arsenal probably not get him, and they'll probably choose not to get him, which will frustrate me even more. But again, this is the type of player that yes, I would like, but Arsenal probably won't get. So what do you guys think? Is this a player that you want? Supposedly, it is a deal that we are close to, but I don't know. I feel like I know Arsenal stories now. You know, and when you see that a player is reportedly close and has been reportedly close to moving to Arsenal now for about 3 or 4 days, it doesn't usually pan out well. And for about 3 or 4 days, I keep seeing this same the Cumbia deal is close. What do you mean it's close? So, but I've not told you how close it is, and they've not said specifically. Is it the personal items that have been done? Is it the wages been done? Has the fee been agreed? How is it close? So I would say for those people who are expectant for the deal to be done, pump the brakes. I think you should know your team better. That's all I would say. But again, you guys, if you think I'm crazy, let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. Spoiler alert, I've just filmed a Chigno's Best video series on central midfielders. He may or may not be in it. Let's put it that way. So keep a lookout for that. All right, let's go back into the chat. See what you lot are saying. I'll tell you what, I'd definitely rather him than Cassie. But I've never been a huge fan of Cassie either. The Conga, that's the one. The Conga, that's the one. Which player do you prefer, Basuma or Ndidi? I think Ndidi is a better player than Basuma. Um, I think we're quite gassed on Bazuma because he's a good player, but since hearing that he's an Arsenal fan and realizing that actually he fits a lot of attributes we need, we have suddenly become very gassed on Basuma. I think you guys know I've said it from day dot that when Partey is up to speed, I think that Partey is better than Ndidi. But even I will sit here and tell you that Ndidi is better than Basuma, in my personal opinion. But that's just my opinion. Uh, do the Conquest really give 250 mil to Mikel Arteta? Exactly, exactly. I guess to me, it really is about do they back their decision that much that they give a manager who's proven to fail twice? Do they back the decision that much that they give him 250? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it all depends. By all intents and purposes, Arteta's very well liked. He's very well respected, and they damn near worship the word he talked upon, which is always dangerous to me. Whenever I started hearing that bullshit rhetoric from when it came to Arsene Wenger, I was always like, oh no. So they only listened to him beyond anything or anybody else. You hate that kind of cult like mentality. Which player do I prefer, Lamperty or Aaron's? I prefer Aaron's personally. I think he's got a better balance of how to play the game. He's more experienced. He's not just attacking; he knows how to defend as well. Lamperty is an excellent raw talent, but that's what he is. If we're being truthful, that's what he is at the moment. He's a raw talent, an expensive raw talent at that. So yeah, if it was me, I would pick Aaron's. Um, I said if we give Willock away, we need cash in return because we could easily get 25 million for him. See, this is where I disagree with you, Josh. If we get Willock in return, if we sell Willock, getting a player that improves the team actually might be a sensible way of doing it than trusting these owners to reinvest any extra cash you may get from selling a Joe Willock. So for me, if we were offered 20 million plus Woodman, a goalkeeper who improves the side, I would take it versus 25 million, and you may only ever see 22 million of that. Do you know what I mean? Um, Aaron's, Aaron's for me. Yeah, good question. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. The only thing I can think of is that lots of people are getting in touch with him at the moment. Okay, 5 more minutes, guys. And I'm here. I'm fantasy gullible. The 250 million thing, I'm not convinced either. It's another way to deceive our fans. Yeah, it's a perfect way to make our fans look left when they're coming right. You know, they know that Arsenal are set to come to America soon with regards to um, is it Mardi Gras? Anyway, there's an Arsenal tour that's happening. So they know that on an Arsenal tour will mean Arsenal fans. They don't want it to be a disaster. So you put some rumours out there in the ether, watch them catch fire, wait for Arsenal to bounce, and then dispel those rumours. So I think that's what's going to happen. Yep, agree, Robert. Agree. Very well said. Very well said. Get Denzel Dumfries. All right, but people, come on now. Couple more minutes. Look, kind of slow today. I know it's Sunday, but shit, let's go. Let's get it popping. Great content as usual, chick. Thank you. Um, Nothing excites me about this coming season. Shit, Switzerland will get third. Jack will stay for a bit longer. I think Jack is off. I really think Jack is off. I feel like Jack is the one pushing to leave. It will take 1 billion years to complete a deal. That's the other problem. We take too long, and then people swan in and steal our deals. It happens all the time. It happened with one matter. One matter, we tied that deal up long before City did. In fact, so much so we'd agreed to deal with him. We not like verbally agreed to deal with him. We had shown put him on tours. We'd done the whole 9 yards until it came to the actual deed of signing. And yeah, basically he couldn't sign. He was waiting for um, it was just waiting for other opportunities. Was the way he put it. Little did we know that other opportunities was Chelsea. All right, one more question and I'm out of it, guys. One more question, I'm out of it. Even if we spent 250 million, we will go nowhere under Mikel Arteta. Chelsea spent 200 million and sat at ninth before Too Short took over. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You've got to be able to spend your 250 mil plus on the right targets. Um, for example, is it the right target to spend 45 million pounds of that budget on Ben White when you have seven under or eight other defenders that can play that position? Is he the best out of them? Yeah, probably. But is it the right decision? There's the debate, you know. And I think those are the sort of questions that will be leveled at Mikel Arteta, rightly so. But yeah, for me, this is where we just do things arse backwards because what will end up happening is we'll sack Mikel Arteta, bring a new guy on, and give him no money when this is the money we should be giving him. So we're arse backwards right now. What can I say? All right, guys. I'm going to leave you got to it because I can tell you're a bit of a kind of a easy going mood. It's Sunday evening, so I can understand that. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That'd be really helpful if you could do that. Just destroy the like button for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, I'll leave you guys to it. Take care, and should I do this Arteta out? Fuck it, Arteta and Southgate out. Fuck it.